joined now by Dr. Kinsey Norris, a breast surgical oncologist at Faith Regional Physician Services. And when we talk about breast cancer, we start at the beginning with diagnosis. What does that look like?
Sure. Well, typically a diagnosis will either first begin on a patient's screening mammogram, so the one that they have once a year. Most women are diagnosed that way, where they haven't felt anything has changed or don't even know that something is wrong. The nice thing about mammograms is that it can pick up things before we even feel it. The other diagnostic procedure is when the woman actually feels a mass. And then she goes to her doctor and lets the doctor know, and then a diagnostic mammogram is performed.
And early detection is always so important. Absolutely. And the mammogram is a great way to do that. Why is that so important?
Well, mammograms are really important because they can decrease the mortality or the death from breast cancer by anywhere from 20 to 30%.
And you're a surgeon, so when you get to that point where surgery is necessary, what are the options?
In general, there are two options for breast surgery. Typically, it's either a lumpectomy or a partial mastectomy, which just means that we remove the lump with a normal rim of tissue, meaning we don't want to leave any cancer inside the patient. It's also a mastectomy, which most people are familiar with, where that just means that we remove the breast tissue on that side. They can opt to have the other side removed as well, but that just depends on the patient's preference.
Dr. Shashikant is a plastic surgeon here. How does he factor into the process?
Yeah, so it's really nice here at Faith Regional Physician Services. We're actually in the same office and can see patients the same day. So typically when a breast cancer patient comes in, she'll see me and then have an examination by him, and he'll talk about her reconstruction options, either with a mastectomy or even with a lumpectomy. Sometimes women who have larger breasts want to have a reduction or a lift during the same time as their cancer surgery.
Well, Dr. Norris, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
Back at the Werder Activity Center in Hardington, getting set for boys basketball action between Cedar Catholic and Pierce. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lou, Cedar Catholic coming in 8-4 on the year. They've won 6 of their last 7, beat Dakota Valley just last night, 71-64, and they have one of the better seniors in all of Class C2 at 23 just 24 hours ago. Nolan Becker is a scoring threat in all facets of the game for the Trojans.
Yeah, a great player, no question about it. And we've seen him throughout the years. He seems like he just gets better and better all the time. That's a player Pierce is going to have to center their defensive game plan around. Try to make him get rid of the basketball. If Becker gets in a rhythm tonight, it could be a long evening for the Pierce Blue Jays.
Meanwhile, Pierce 4 of 7. They've lost 4 of their last 6. We've seen Keaton Frazier, Lou. He's had big games over and over again. I think the key for them, though, can somebody else step up beyond their top 2 scorers?
Yeah, they've had Frazier and Collison who have kind of led the team. But yeah, you need some. You need a third scorer. You need another threat. But Keaton Frazier is such a good player. He's a double-double machine out there. Averages almost 9 rebounds a game and go with 16.5 points a game, and also gets a couple of assists. So he's a facilitator at times as well. But the offense will run a lot through Keaton Frazier. And certainly if Pierce is going to have a chance to come on the road here and get an upset, Frazier will be a key element of that offensive game plan for Pierce.
Quickly, we can do Community Spotlight. That brought to you by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency's here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. There you see the Pierce Blue Jays head coach Alex Tramer in his second year at the helm of this program. Made their last trip to state a couple years ago. The Trojans, meanwhile, with Nick Hazelhorst, came across the street. He was the coach at Hardington Newcastle for 11 years, now in his second year at Cedar Catholic. Starting lineups brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Frazier and Collison averaging 29 points, 13 rebounds a game between them. By far, the bulk of the team's scoring. In fact, their third leading scorer, Kendall Shada, comes off the bench. Meanwhile, Cedar Catholic, we talked about Becker. Jamison Cotto does everything for them. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals a game. Had a 9-assist game earlier this year against Crofton. Keep an eye on Mason Baller, the junior, a sharpshooter, 39% from 3. Had 13 points last night against Dakota Valley.
Eric, I think if your last name is Baller, you have to be a pretty good shooter, right?
You have to. There's just, it's written in the stars. You've got to be good at basketball. All right, set for action here. We got a big, tough act to follow here in the boys' game for a fantastic girls' game win overtime. Pretty good up fake by our official there.
Yeah.
We are underway with Nolan Becker running point for Cedar Catholic. Quick trigger triple, Becker the rebound, and the putback.
That's one thing you don't want to do is allow Becker to get easy shots like that. That comes off an offensive rebound.
6'1" senior does average 6.5 rebounds per game. Crossed the 1,000-point threshold last week for his career. Now Pierce will inbound. Frazier gets it into Brock Collison, 5'11" junior.
And Brock Collison's struggled last week against Aquinas Catholic. He's an important guy. That's a good pass.
Frazier can't get it to go. Cedar Catholic with a definite size advantage over Pierce. Becker the other way. Gets to Braden Reifenrath. At 6'5", essentially might be their best passer at 6'5". Again, leads the team in assists with 3.6 a game, but this is a team that just passes the ball. Wow, that ball bounces off the back of Ryder Tyson out of bounds. Mason Baller threw it away. Well read by Frazier. In transition. Oh, what a spin move, but he doesn't finish.
Yeah, fantastic move, but did not score the hoop.
Now Becker wants 3. Little strong. Offensive rebound, a foul underneath going to be called on Cedar Catholic. That'll be on Aaron Wortman. Here in our first quarter, brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk, where they're building a legacy. One patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, they're here for you today and every day. Cedar Catholic shows a lot of full court pressure. They'll stay mostly man defensively. Collison the drive and dish. Here's Gavin Lubischer. Out to Tyson. And now Collison. Heavy ball pressure by Cedar Catholic and a reach-in called on Baller.
Now that's the reach is what you don't want there. He was playing great defense with his feet, staying in front of Collison there. But the reach, he picks up the foul. And those fouls, you get late in the ball game. You wish you hadn't committed that reach that far away from the basket.
Collison back into the front court, picked up by Baller. Now Frazier splits a double team. Oh boy. Hard luck start to the game. Frazier 0 for 3 from the field. Swiped from behind. Cedarburg gets the steal. Now Collison will try it from in close. Off the high window, and Pierce is on the board.
They're getting the turnovers. That time Pierce scores in transition.
Pierce coming off a double overtime victory over Columbus Lakeview on Tuesday, 60-58. Hard foul down low. That'll send Reifenrath to the line.
You mentioned Pierce winning that game against Lakeview in double overtime. That's a real positive for a team that's struggling. Now here you see the steal in the transition play. Collison gets the bucket there.
Our replay is brought to you by Madison County Bank, here to help you grow. Also by Meade Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish.
We've seen it before, Eric, where a team kind of struggling catches fire at the right time and becomes a dangerous team late in the season.
We've seen Pierce do it before not too long ago.
That's very true.
Started the season, I believe it was 3-10, rattled off double-digit wins in a row, won the mid-state tournament before falling in a district final. Pull up from mid-range, not there. Rebound, tracked down Reifenrath. Becker rotates to Cotto. Cotto Working to the rack. Good strong drive, but short-armed it. Lubisher the board.
Seen a lot of good plays here, but not a lot of balls going through the hoop.
There's a good play. Frazier gets it to go. Well, you feel like Keaton Frazier can get just about whatever he wants. He is so good off the dribble.
Handles the ball well. He's got great footwork.
Dribble handoff. Becker rises, fires. Offensive rebound. Put back, good. And a foul. Yes, they will count it. That's Aaron Wortman. Cedarburg called for the foul.
I like the fact that Wortman got that rebound, did not go up out of control. Gathers himself and goes up into contact there, gets the bucket to fall. Now a chance for the three-point play.
Wortman, the junior, off on the free throw, then a foul on the rebound. That'll be on Reifenrath. Wortman seeing some time in the starting lineup. Cedar Catholic is without Jacob Steffen, the senior. Had been averaging about 11 points per game, but he's been missing some time, and Wortman's been stepping up. Frazier hits the deck, needs some help, and a timeout called by Pierce. We'll keep it here. 4:43 to go in the opening quarter, 6-4. Cedar Catholic with the lead on our scoreboard, brought to you in part by Faith Regional Physician Services. When hard work hits you hard, have faith. Also by Currency. Does your business need help financing big ticket items? Well, Currency's here to help. Visit gocurrency.com for details.
Well, I think much like the girls' game, a little bit slow starting offensively. Yeah. We've seen some good moves. We've seen some quality shots. Shots not falling at a high rate yet, but early in the game.
As we see Keaton Frazier, well, he is just so hard to stop one-on-one off the dribble. Cedar Catholic team that, again, with that pressure, they pride themselves on defense. 8-4 on the year.
Yeah, but playing really well, as you mentioned, 6-1 in the last 7 ball games.
Beat Dakota Valley up in North Sioux City, South Dakota last night, 71-64. Kind of an exhausting game as Collison hits the triple. Come back 24 hours later after a game where 135 points were scored.
That's great news for Pierce, though. Collison, that's one of their scorers. As we mentioned, had an off night against Aquinas, but he's on right now.
Cedar Catholic can't answer with a triple at the other end. Out of bounds, it goes to Pierce. Cotto 0 for 3 from the field to start. Cotto was quiet offensively against Dakota Valley as well.
This pressure that Cedar Catholic throws at you, it's kind of like a running game in football. You know, you can beat it for a while, but eventually it's going to wear you down. And what you have to do when you're facing that pressure, anytime you face a good pressure team, is to beat it and make them pay on the other end, get numbers and score and make them back off the pressure. If you can't do that, you're going to see it the whole game.
There's Kendall Shada, the 5'10 sophomore who's been a nice bench player for Coach Alex Tramer this year, averaging 5 points a game off the bench. Shada on the wing. Up top, Tyson, now Collison. Curls into a double team, tried to get it to Shada. He'll step back from the elbow, in and out to Baller. Great pass up ahead. Braden Reifenrath, the two-handed stuff.
Yeah, that's how you get everybody excited. Throw one down. Reifenrath with a two-handed dunk and get this crowd into it a little bit.
Collison off the screen, steps back, can't hit the triple. And it'll go back to the Trojans. Back up 2.
Let's see this one again, Eric.
That's a great pass.
Yeah, really good pass.
Again, that's Jamison Cotto at 6'5", averaging 3.5 assists per game. That is such a weapon offensively.
Yeah, these kids can jump out of the gym nowadays. Yeah. Maybe it was just the fact that I couldn't jump that makes seems like everybody else can.
Right side, Cotto. Lobs it down low. There's another great look off the window. Reifenrath with 6 in the opening quarter.
Yeah, fantastic pass that time by Cotto. Just good vision, and he put that right where you're able to go up and score with it.
Good hustle by Collison, can't get the putback, and it's off to Cedar Catholic, who's off and running. Cotto. Becker for 3, got it. Well, he doesn't need much room.
No. That's it, much like we talked about with Schulting. You got to get out on Becker. You can't allow him to catch and shoot.
Pierce calls timeout, will take one as well. Cedar Catholic up 7. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Teammates Mentoring proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Cedar Catholic 5 of 8 from the field to start the game. They're up 13-6 here against mid-state rival Pierce alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. And that full court pressure, boy, it just makes things so tough to get any kind of rhythm going offensively. Almost forcing a turnover there.
And when the pressure bothers you, sometimes it's a relief when you get it across half court. It's not about running your set. You're just glad you made it across half court. And that, you're right, that throws any rhythm offensively in the wrong direction.
Shada gives Frazier. Off the window, 360s its way down. Keaton Frazier with 4.
Yeah, you got to stop his dribble drive. If he's able to dribble into the paint like that, he's such a good finisher. He's missed a few shots tonight, but he is a great finisher.
Cotto found some room, offensive rebound. Becker eventually tipped into Cotto, or rather Collison's hands. Miscommunication, Pierce has to save it. And can't keep it in bounds, so it goes back to Pierce. Blue Jays will inbound. Some new players in the game for Cedar Catholic. Brighton Whitmire checking into the contest. It's got to be a relief for opposing teams to face him when he doesn't have a football helmet on.
Yeah, that's usually a bad afternoon or evening when you have to play him in football.
One of those terrifying running backs in all of Class C2. Lost his footing getting it inside. Pierce able to keep possession somehow. Great effort there by Ryder Tyson to stick with it.
Yeah, just stay with it. Stay the course. Tyson gets the bounce off the backboard for the hoop.
Now Whitmire. Cotto thought 3, thought better of it. Good pressure defense by Lubisher. Whitmire pulls up mid-range, finds the bottom.
Good shot there by Whitmire. Those shots for guys like Whitmire are going to come because there's other players that Pierce is more worried about. Whitmire is able to step up and knock those down. It'd be a real bonus for the Trojans.
Whitmire averages about 2 points a game off the bench. Good backdoor cut. Tyson will head to the line. I think Coach Alex Tramer liking what he's seeing, trying to get Ryder Tyson, the junior, involved a bit. They just need to find a way. You know, you've got Collison and Frazier, such a great 1-2 punch. You get Tyson or someone to become a consistent third option. That would really elevate this team.
Yeah, it would change things very, very much so. There's a defensive foul, not an offensive foul. Whitmire tried to draw the charge. Let's see if this is going to be 2 shots or on the floor.
They said it was on the floor. So Pierce will inbound. A shocker, Brighton Whitmire getting physical.
Not a bad idea. Well,
No.
Whitmire was still going forward there, so that's an easy call for the officials.
Shot clock's off for Pierce. Weathered some early bad luck offensively. Off the window, no. Offensive rebound, blocked by Cotto. 10 seconds for Cedar Catholic. Cotto wants 3. Too strong. Rebound. Eventually finds its way to Pierce, and that's the end of the quarter. Cedar Catholic flexing some muscle early, but Pierce hanging around. It's a 5-point game. You're watching NCN.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Now, Lou, it's hard enough to play defense against Cedar Catholic in the full court without getting blocked shots like that.
Yeah.
Although Jamison Cotto, he's going to get a few of those. Averages just shy of a block a game, a couple of steals a game as well for Cedar Catholic as they lead Pierce 15-10.
Kind of an interesting first quarter as far as, you know, who's able to play their game, and I think both teams are still trying to figure that out. I think Pierce, certainly with Frazier, had some opportunities around the rim. I think Cedar Catholic wants to do a better job of keeping him out of the paint. But Cedar Catholic also has been able to knock down some shots and found some positive things offensively. But Pierce still in the game here, down 5 at the end of the first.
Both teams shot 5 of 12 from the field in the first half. There's the first triple of the game for Pierce. Kendall Shada.
That's, again, you know, who else is going to step up besides Collison and Frazier and score? Shada is that guy right now.
Brings Pierce back within 2. They've trailed by as much as 7. Becker working on Cedarburg. Cross court, 3 not there. Rebound to Reifenrath. Becker works it in deep from the right block. Tough shot. Collison clears it. Nice pass up ahead. Shada running the floor. Great recovery defensively.
Cotto can run the floor. A good athlete there. Just gets up and takes that one away.
Shade a little slow to get up. I get it. That looked like it hurt. He'll head to the bench. Take another look. This young man paid for this one.
Yeah, that's come down kind of hard there, but he appears to be okay. A little sore maybe.
Collison, the drive and dish. The 3 falls for Peyton Cedarburg.
Well, here you go. This is the Pierce team that's going to be tough to beat. Other guys scoring the basketball. That makes the guys like Frazier and Collison more dangerous when the other weapons are stepping up.
10-2 run by the Blue Jays. Entry pass. Cotto draws damage. Strong enough to get it down.
That's tough to do when you get the ball knocked away from you to regain possession while you're going up in the air and scoring. That's a tough play. Jamison Cotto made that one look easy.
Gavin Lubisher called for the foul, his first. Free throw good. Cotto's first points tonight. He's certainly distributed. Give Cedar Catholic the lead back. Collison working on Baller off the Frazier screen. Now back to Frazier. Cedar Catholic switches. Frazier, Baller the board. Needs some help. Finally able to get someone to pass to. That's Wortman. Back to Becker. Baller wants three. Gets three. He's the shooter. Just shy of 40% from deep on the season.
Again, we've seen that a lot tonight, giving these shooters just too much room. Baller's such a great outside shooter. You've got to get on him.
There's Frazier. Left block doubled. He's going to draw a lot of attention. Still able to get one up. Man.
You know what? You want to know what a bad night is? A bad night is when somebody tells you got to guard Keaton Frazier. That's when you go, you know what? I think I'm going to stay home. I'm not feeling well.
Folks, that was defended well.
It was. I mean, what Frazier does so well, though, and we see it a lot with scorers, is roll the ball around the rim on free throws. That's what he does really well. Now, what we see that he's done well is he leans into the defense. He leans in and forces that contact, which makes the official make a call. And that's why he gets to the free throw line so many times. He's adept at that move.
Really good off up fakes as well. Just incredible body control. Makes both free throws. He's got 6.
He's got a chance, I think, by next year, he's going to be an all-state player.
Good pass to the cutter. Great recovery defensively. Becker trying to back out and does. Good presence of mind by Nolan Becker.
In the right place there. Becker, a big-time scorer, and he's had a couple of easy ones already in this first half.
He's got 7. A reach called a long ways away from the hoop. That'll be Reifenrath's second. Hey, stick around, folks. Got our halftime show coming up. That is brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. Also by Insurance 365, the healthcare specialists you want to do business with. Pierce hanging around. Collison, that's a tough one on a double team. Becker pulls up in transition, left it short. Lubisher the board. Lubisher off the Cedarburg screen. Good look, Becker the board.
Good look off that pull-up, just didn't knock it down.
There's Whitmire. Left side, Becker wants 3. Offensive rebound. Wortman's hacked. Good effort play there. Drawing the foul on Cedarburg, his second.
A battle of the boards right now going Cedar Catholic's way. And if Pierce is going to stay in the game, you've got to do a better job. You got to keep the Trojans off the offensive glass.
They send Ethan Nordby into the game, 6'2" sophomore. Maybe get a little bit more height in there. A little bit more muscle. Cedarburg 6'4", but a bit more wiry frame in against those Cedar Catholic bigs. There's Nordby with the rebound right on cue.
We've seen Pierce the last couple of weeks. Nordby's a guy, I think, a real potential guy out there coming off the bench that could be a difference maker for this team.
Tyson. Back to Collison. Nordby trying to get set up. The low block instead. Collison drives, kicks. Great closeout. Frazier lost it on the dribble drive. Cedar Catholic the turnover. Frazier almost had the steal. Baller. Wide open. In and out. Good effort to save it right into the arms of Becker, who can't roll it home.
Oh, my goodness.
And now an offensive foul. Called on Cotto as he tried to find space. That's his second.
But again, second chance opportunities there for the Trojans. They don't score on that possession, but Braden Reifenrath alone has 6 rebounds in this first half already.
Kyder Wortman into the game for Cedar Catholic. The 6'2" junior. He had 8 points in that win over Dakota Valley last night. Lubisher. Tyson. Now Collison. Frazier setting up. Low block, offensive foul. Extended the arm, Cotto took the charge. That's been a fun one-on-one matchup to watch.
Well, Frazier's such a physical player. I think that's a good move, is to get in tight on him and make him try to clear space and pick up the offensive foul, because he's looking to go strong to the basket.
Now Becker, 7 points for him. Great defense by Frazier. Left side Baller wants three, got it from the corner. Great ball rotation, Baller with 6.
Note to self, don't play horse with Mason Ball.
Cedar Catholic now with their largest lead at 9. This is a 12-2 run by Cedar Catholic. Nordby trying to end it, it does. Ethan Nordby's first points.
There you go.
Swung to Becker, pulls up from triple, no. Frazier finds the rebound. Becker's gone cold. He started the game pretty well. Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Lob to Lubisher. Trying to shake the defender. Step back baseline, no. Nordby the rebound. Stripped on his way up.
He brought the ball down. It was his only mistake. Good rebound, though.
Floater, no. Collison. What a pass up ahead to Tyson, who got behind the defense. Cedar Catholic calls timeout. We'll take one as well. 5-point game. Pierce hanging around. This is News Channel Nebraska.
There are many details that can set your dream apart from anyone else's. But what sets the banks you are considering apart from each other? At Madison County Bank, what sets us apart from other lenders is flexibility. We offer a wide variety of loans, and we pride ourselves on providing lending options for commercial, residential, agriculture, and even unique properties that make your dreams a reality. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
Look at this pass. Great court vision. Tyson snuck behind the defense. Collison found him, and Pierce have been trailing 9, back within 5 alongside Lou Siefker. I'm Eric McKay. Hey, folks, we got more great basketball coming your way tomorrow. It's Mudecas time. The girls' championships tonight. We'll have the boys' finals tomorrow right here on NCN. Jake Bartecki, Andy Klassen will have the call. Our coverage starts 5:35 p.m. right here on NCN.
Well, just Bartecki and Klassen, that's worth tuning in for, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's the oldest basketball tournament west of the Mississippi. Is the Mudecas. Coming up on the final minute of the first half. Been a good one. Pierce's defense allowing them to hang around. Cedar Catholic has gone a bit cold shooting. That one short. Lubisher the rebound.
Well, Lubisher's had a good first half on the boards. That was his 5th one.
0 for 5 from the field, but he's been looking for a shot, Lou. Yeah. I think if you're Coach Tramer, you like to see that.
Yeah.
Even if you're not getting the production, guys like Lubisher, Cedarburg, Shada looking for their shots.
Yeah, as long as they're taking quality shots, you're fine with it.
There's one from Shada, left it short. Rebound to Wortman. Shot clock off. Cedar Catholic. Looks like they'll play for final possession. Here's Baller. Curling up top, Micah Cotto. Now Becker, baseline, draws the rotation. Now right side Baller. Looking for some room. Good defense by Pierce here. Baller in and out. Rebound Becker, left it short. Frazier with the rebound to end the first half. Pierce doing just enough defensively to hang around, but it's Cedar Catholic up 5 as we head to the break. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond is your leader in engineering and designing your new building, additions to facilities, and concrete construction. Their professional projects can be seen across northeast Nebraska. Whether it's a business office, barn, shop, or addition to an existing building, when the project is complete, you'll have a building that meets the needs of your operation. Check out ashoffconstruction.com or call Scott, Kenny, or Luke in Osmond at 402-748-3551.
Pain can affect every aspect of your life. Chronic back, neck, nerve, and other pain can make work feel impossible, stop you from doing the activities you enjoy, and can even lead to stress and trouble sleeping. If you are dealing with pain for an extended amount of time and are struggling to do normal, day-to-day tasks, turn to Dr. Balkaya or Dr. Prince at Faith Regional Physician Services to help you find relief. When you're experiencing chronic pain, finding the source of the pain is our first step. Our specialists use a wide range of diagnostic tests to determine how to control or manage your pain. You can expect us to discuss your goals, preferences, and lifestyle to create a treatment plan that uses innovative and safe techniques. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free life. Take the next step. Visit frpsclinics.org to meet our pain management specialists.
Halftime here at the Werner Activity Center, 27-22. Cedar Catholic with the lead at the break. Hey, folks, we are just a few months away from the opening of the Kearney Sportsplex, owned by the city of Kearney, planning to open this spring, featuring 66,000 plus square feet of premium turf field, customizable size soccer fields. You got the drop-down net batting cages, baseball, soccer, basketball, football. You name it, of course, pickleball. You can do it all there. Kearney Sportsplex, located on Eunice Drive, right by all the hotels and the restaurants that they're building there by the new Visit Kearney Center, opening spring of 2025. Looks like a little dance performance we're about to get here. While they get set up for that, we can take a look at some of the rankings around the state of Nebraska. Of course, you got Pierce in Class C1. How about Ogallala? What a machine that program is. A lot of folks looking at Lincoln Lutheran, but Lou, how about those Wayne Blue Devils just refusing to lose at number 3?
Kind of a surprise team. I've not had the opportunity to see Wayne play. I mean, I figured they would probably have a good team. I didn't know they would be 12-1 at this point, but certainly a team to watch there in Class C1. And then there's surprises like Auburn and
yeah.
You know,
wow, Auburn's
Ashley
good
Greenwood.
at boys basketball. Yeah, a lot of the usual suspects popping up. Adams Central in there.
Sydney even. Sydney's always a good team coming from the western part of the state.
And Concordia actually beat Lincoln Lutheran last week. This is going to be a tough bracket to figure out this year. Meanwhile, C2, Cedar Catholic and C2 kind of just on the outside of the top 10. And Lou, you saw a pretty good team in Class C2 last night in the Summerland Bobcats.
I'm really impressed with that team. They don't have a lot of size, but what they do have is a lot of athletes, and they play a very physical style of basketball. And the best thing about that team is you've got like 6-7 guys, and they all have similar stat lines. I mean, when you play Summerland, you don't think about who do we need to stop. They have to stop the whole team. You have to figure it out during the game. Who are you going to try to stop? Who has the hot hand? That's a really good basketball team. I think a team that certainly could win a state championship this year.
Meanwhile, West Holt suffered a couple losses over the last couple of weeks, down to number 7. You'll see them on NCN next Tuesday. Special Tuesday night basketball as they take on Plainview. Meanwhile, here 27-22, Cedar Catholic with the lead over Pierce. We're dancing at halftime on NCN.
At Security Bank, we believe that growing a strong community starts here. We're committed to more than just financial services. We're committed to you. Whether you're planting seed for the next big crop or building a family legacy, we're here to help you grow. From operating loans to community events, we're more than a bank. We're your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. Security Bank, located in Laurel, Allen, Osmond, Hardington, and Coleridge. My kind of bank, proudly serving your community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The halftime show is brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney. And by Insurance 365, your local expert for your Medicare plans.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Hey, big thanks once again to our pals from Hartington Cedar Catholic helping us out tonight. We got Hudson Denninger. You see him there on camera. And Joe Bowen in the truck. If you head to NCN Sports on X, you can see we gave Joe some love in the truck tonight, sitting with Kevin and Connor in the truck, doing a great job. We appreciate their help tonight, helping little short staff tonight. There's a cold bug going around, I've been told, decimating the NCN Sports group. We play injured, though. We're good like that. Let's take a look at some halftime highlights. 27-22, Cedar Catholic with the lead at the break. And, Lou, I've been impressed with Pierce's ability to just hang around. There have been a couple of times that it's felt like Cedar Catholic was going to pull away, and Pierce just hasn't let that happen.
Yeah, and the other thing, Pierce has had a lot of players that have contributed. The concern with Pierce is that it's kind of a two-man team, but you've had players, and there's a three-point shot from downtown there by Collison, but players that have stepped up and contributed on the, especially in the scoring column. And there's that big-time dunk there from Mr. Reifenrath.
Cedar Catholic getting it done inside and out. Nolan Becker, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Cedar Catholic, though, really struggling from the field. They were 6 of 12 in the first quarter, just 4 of 15 in the second quarter. Pierce's defense really stepping up and getting it done and making plays on their end. At this point, this 3 by Baller made it a 9-point game. This is really where it felt like Cedar Catholic might run away with it, but Pierce making plays after that. Good pass. Ryder Tyson here, making it a 5-point game, and that's what we've got at the break.
And that's what you want to do against that Cedar Catholic pressure. Sometimes you just cheat back a little bit and get the ball out there, get it down the court, and get some easy buckets in transition and try to chase them out of that pressure that they like to throw at you. But you're right. I think, maybe a Pierce team earlier in the year would not have fared as well. I think this team's gaining confidence. Had that victory in their last ball game against Columbus Lakeview, and I think this is a team that's got some talent, and it's I think if anything it just needs some collective confidence moving forward. But again, we've talked about that. Teams like Pierce, if they get that and get in the right collective team frame of mind, this could be a very dangerous team as you head into late January, early February.
27-22, Cedar Catholic with the lead at the break. Second half coming up. This is NCN.
Shop Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Start Something New sales event. Browse our full lineup of new Ram trucks, like the rugged and capable 2025 Ram 1500. And take advantage of our current offers happening now. Visit one of our 2 convenient locations in Blair or Bellevue today. Serving our customers since 1991. This is Woodhouse.
Hi, I'm Eric Amos, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. we work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers, and we are living it too.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Elkhorn Rural Public Power District, dedicated to providing safe, reliable, cost-effective electricity for all customers. And by Security Bank of Laurel, Hardington, Coleridge, Osmond, Allen. My kind of bank.
Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, has several multi-specialty outreach physicians, including ear, nose, and throats, orthopedic surgery, urology, nephrology, general surgery, and pulmonology. Our physicians are all board certified. They have obtained the highest level of medical expertise in their field. Rated by our patients with a perfect 5 stars. Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk location, offers so much care, so close to home. Located in the Fountain Point Medical Building, Norfolk.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Back at the Werner Activity Center, Pierce taking the floor. Shot 9 of 24 from the field in the first half. Cedar Catholic 10 of 27. Both of these teams had a lot of really good looks that didn't fall, in particular layups. Both teams probably 3-4 misses from point-blank range in the first half. One of these teams cleans that up. That might be the difference.
Yeah, a 5-point game. I think if you're Pierce, you like where you're at. You're in this ball game. But you have to play well here in this third quarter to give yourself that chance. Cedar Catholic's a team that could go on a run on you. So, but if Pierce continues to distribute the ball around and guys making plays all around that offense, this team should stay in this ball game.
Mason Baller sets up for Jamison Cotto. Cotto held to 3 points, but he made his presence felt defensively and sharing the basketball. Good strong drive there. That's Braden Reifenrath. He had 6 points, 6 rebounds in the first half.
So athletic there. Just got right past that Pierce defense. Gets it all the way to the bucket.
Now Ryder Tyson, Collison bounces to Keaton Frazier. Frazier with 6. Working in on 2 defenders. Left it short. Cotto the board. Into the front court come the Trojans. Reifenrath looking inside. Now Baller. Got a step. Open 3. Good. Cedar Catholic with their largest lead now in double figures.
Not what Pierce wanted to have happen. 5 straight points there. That was good ball movement that leads to an open shot there from Cotto.
Good strong drive at the other end. Gavin Lubischer might be leading in effort tonight.
Yeah.
He has not gotten his shot to fall. 0 for 5 from the field, but 5 rebounds in the first half, looking for a shot. And draws the foul there. As you see Coach Tramer giving Keaton Frazier some instruction. Coach Tramer was himself a bit of a nightmare to cover one-on-one back in his playing days at O'Neill, both in football and basketball.
So he was a terror for defensive backs.
Lubischer splits the pair. That's one thing, he was quarterback of that O'Neill State Championship team. You forget he was a all-state basketball player as well. Really, really good.
He looks more like a basketball player, tall and lanky.
Rainbow shot from mid-range, out of bounds to Pierce. Nolan Becker, he's got 7 points, 5 rebounds, but the shooting has not been there. He was just 1 of 7 in the second quarter. Now Frazier. Lubischer. Down low, Frazier draws a triple team. Back out it goes to Lubischer. Can't hit. Rebound to Cotto. That's the thing, Frazier's going to draw a lot of attention. There will be openings for other guys in the Blue Jays to hit shots. Frazier gets the steal.
That was good anticipation that time by Frazier.
Brock Collison held the 4 points in the first quarter. Lubisher lost it out of bounds, back to Cedar Catholic.
And either team really with the turnover bug in that first half. That's only 3 for Pierce, 3 for Cedar Catholic in the ball game.
Reifenrath. Becker. Wortman back to Reifenrath. Becker tries it baseline. Nice job to stick with it, using the window. Jamison Cotto, 5 this quarter. He's got 8 for the game.
Yeah, he's just, again, an athletic guy. Goes up and gets that one, knocks it home off the glass, and now a timeout.
Pierce calls timeout. They're down 11. That's their largest deficit. We'll take a timeout as well. This is News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Nicole Backey, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. A person should choose to bank here because it's a local, friendly bank. It's easier for us to help you. You can stop in and visit with us, whereas a bigger bank, you might have to go to a bigger city to get help, or you have to sit on hold. Here you can drop in and we'll be willing to help you at any time. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Well, Nolan Becker this time distributing. Frazier thought he had a steal instead. Jamison Cotto, he had a tough shooting first half as well, but he's found his shot a bit, made 3 of his last 4. He's got 8, and Cedar Catholic has their largest lead.
That's just strong hands there, catching that in traffic and going up and scoring. Now Pierce, again, you've got to keep this game close. You can't allow Cedar Catholic to go on a run, find yourself down 12, 13, 14 points.
Good ball pressure there, out of bounds. It'll stay with Pierce.
You wonder how important this game is to Cedar Catholic. Well, coming up next is St. Mary's, who's a really good Class D2 team. And then Wayne, who's 13-1. A couple games after that, Ponca, who's 11-3.
Yeah.
And then Elkhorn Valley at 10-2. They got some real tough games, so feel like you're playing at home. And despite the fact that Pierce is talented, there's an extra step there by Collison. You feel like this is a game you kind of have to win because you've got some really tough games coming up.
You mentioned Ponca, a new conference rival for both these teams. It's the first year for Ponca in the Mid-State Conference. Well, that makes the boys basketball tournament very interesting. Nice steal. Frazier jumping in front of it. 2-on-1. Collison, Shada riding sidecar. Disrupted off of Shada. What a play there. First by Baller and then by Becker.
That's just called getting back on defense, right? That's transition defense. Get back and make a play.
Watch Becker here. Knocks it off of Shada as he's going out of bounds. What a play.
Just effort. That's what you have to have.
Skip pass right side, look out. Swung back to Baller. Reifenrath working on Frazier. Cotto, great extra pass. Baller made himself available. He's got 8.
What Cotto did really well there is keep that ball high, keep your head up, and he caught Baller coming in from that weak side. Made a great pass. Baller gets an easy hoop.
Boy, what a luxury to have a guy 6'5" like Cotto with that kind of court vision. Frazier blocked from behind. Cotto the rebound and the foul. Reach in called on Collison. That'll be his second. Nordby in for Pierce in favor of Cedarburg.
Well, Pierce with only 1 point this quarter so far. So the offense that was looking pretty good at times in that first half has disappeared here in this third quarter.
Baller. Over to Wortman. Shada hanging with him. Now it's Cotto. He's been the hot hand this quarter. Taking on 2 defenders, offensive foul. Frazier takes the charge. Cotto called for his 3rd foul now.
And Frazier is not the biggest guy in the world, but he's a tough dude. I mean, he's a solid fella. Doesn't have the height, but he's going to take those charges, and and come up not worse for the wear.
So Cotto will have to sit Hunter Benson in the game, seeing his first action, 5'11" sophomore. Shada. Left side Collison. Frazier out of the double team, gets it to Nordby off the window.
I like Nordby's potential. I've said that already once tonight. He's only a sophomore. He could really continue to develop. You see his ability right now as a sophomore player.
Nordby with 4 off the bench. Players hit the deck. Becker able to keep possession. Pulls up, hits.
That's tough when you allow Becker to drive into the lane like that. He's a really good finisher inside that paint.
Becker with 9. Frazier wants to answer from deep, left it short. Becker the board. Now Benson, he'll go baseline. Extra pass, Baller wide open, too strong. Well, he doesn't miss many of those. Now Calvison. Nordby gives Tyson. Collison wants 3, can't hit, and a foul on the rebound called on Pierce. Collison's been quiet, no points since the first quarter. For the junior, averages 13 a game.
Now Pierce right now just needs some shots to fall.
Just 1 for 6 this quarter from the field. Cedar Catholic holding on to their largest lead now at 13. High screen for Becker. Frazier stays with him. Now it's back to Reifenrath, mishandled to Pierce.
He just took his eyes off the ball that time. Looking to make a play, did not secure the basketball.
Whitmire back into the game for Cedar Catholic. Mason Baller will sit 8 points for him. Can Pierce get the offense going? Frazier. Back into the lane. Good strong move. Keaton Frazier, first points of the second half.
Say the same thing about Frazier as I said about Becker. Once he gets the ball in that paint, it's usually lights out.
Nothing inside, so up top it's Becker. Drives, kicks. Swung to Whitmire. Now Wortman. Whitmire wants 3. Battle for the rebound, won by Frazier. Pierce could make it a single-digit deficit here. Nordby kicks out Shada. Lubisher has it poked away. Shada up top. Shot clock down to 10. Frazier. Back in the lane. Over Becker. I'd have forced that one a bit trying to draw contact.
I tried to draw contact, but good job by Becker staying in front of him. Did not allow Frazier to get past him and get an easier look.
Cedar Catholic calls timeout. We'll take it here, or we'll keep it here, I should say, inside of a minute to go. In the quarter, Cedar Catholic up 11. It's a big opportunity for them. 9-second difference between the shot and game clock. Feels like any kind of bucket here would be big momentum for the Trojans heading into the fourth.
Yeah, up 11. That's another thing you talk about a lot is just the psychology of the scoreboard. When you're looking at the scoreboard and you're down about 8-9 points, you feel like you got that chance. When you're down like 11 or 12, it feels so much bigger. And that's why you try to avoid being too worried about what the score is. At this point in the game, you just need to execute and make plays. This Pierce just not able to put the ball in the bucket here in this third quarter. Only 5 points as it stands right now. And you're right, for Cedar Catholic, if they can get a bucket here and go up, 13, 14 points, you feel like you're kind of in the driver's seat at that point.
Cedar Catholic's offense been very good in the third quarter, 5 of 8 from the field. Quick hands by Collison. Cedar Catholic will inbound baseline. Whitmire to trigger. Got to hurry to get it in. Wortman over to Whitmire, corner three. Benson! Nothing but the bottom for Hunter Benson.
That's a big shot here, up 14 now.
Shot clock is off. Collison picked up by Whitmire. Lubisher in the lane, lost the handle in traffic. Cedar's got it, that'll end the quarter. Cedar Catholic found their offensive rhythm in the third. They're up 14 as we head to the fourth, which is next. You're watching NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Pierce Telephone Company, where the local choice for phone, internet, and mobile service is the better one. And J.E. Moret Grain in Pierce proudly supports the Pierce Blue Jays.
Cedar Catholic would call it a total team effort. Nolan Becker with 9. Braden Reifenrath, Jamison Cotto, Mason Baller, all with 8. That offensive balance has got them a 14-point lead as we start the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org.
Hey, we've talked a lot about Becker and what a great scorer he is, but I think Coach Hazelhorst would, they'd love to have Becker go off and score a lot of points, but you really like that balance. That just makes you a tougher team to defend.
Meanwhile, Pierce needs points. Shada drills it from downtown.
That's a
Kendall Shada with 6.
That's a really good start. That's what Pierce needs. You got to start making shots if you're going to make a comeback.
A Baller over to Cotto. Cotto missed much of the third quarter after picking up his third foul. Down low, Reifenrath. Size advantage on Shada, too strong on the shot. Shada with a board. Up top, taken away, out of bounds, though last touch by Cedar Catholic.
Reifenrath nearly got a hold of that one. If he was able to gather that in, he likely gets a run out for an easy lay-in. Just wasn't able to secure it, but a good defensive play to nearly get that steal.
Brock Collison. No points since the first quarter for him. Frazier wants 3, left it short. Long rebound corralled by Becker. Nobody in double figures for Pierce. Nobody in double figures anywhere, actually. Tough shot for Baller in traffic. Cedar Catholic will get it back. You go down low. Frazier, the block on Reifenrath.
Great post presence that time by Keaton Frazier.
Now Collison off the crossover, kicks to Cedarburg. Backdoor cut, Cedarburg. Off the feed from Frazier. Peyton Cedarburg averages 0.9 points per game. He's got 5 tonight.
And you gotta love that. Coach Kramer's gotta love that.
Baseline drive and dish wide open. And good. Jamison Cotto in double figures now.
Sometimes those shots are the hardest to make when you're that wide open. Cotto did a great job taking that shot in rhythm.
Big answer after Pierce had gotten to single digits. Now Frazier thought about the long 2. Gives it up instead to Cedarburg. Back to Frazier. Steps out over the outstretched arm of Cotto. Followed. Couldn't get it though. Becker corrals it. He takes it in transition and one. Nolan Becker with 11. He'll look to make it 12 from the free throw line.
Yeah, not having a huge game offensively, but he's got 8 rebounds to go with those 11, maybe 12 points. So he's having a good game. Good players find ways to affect the game, even when they're not scoring. With him, 12 points for a lot of people is a pretty good game. Or 11 points, I guess. He missed a free throw, but he's been able to get 8 rebounds to go with those 11 points.
Normally a 70% free throw shooter. Misses that one, though. Still a 14-point game. Pierce needs an answer. In and out. Iron unkind. Cotto the rebound. Boy, again, though, if you're a Pierce fan, you like to see guys like Cedarburg looking for their shot. Open 3. Foul underneath the hoop going to be called on Cedar Catholic. That'll be on Micah Cotto, his first.
Well, down 14. If you're going to make a run, now's the time. 5:02 to go. Saw a shot that looked like it should have went in. Just sometimes, as you called it, an unkind rim. I agree with that. Sometimes that happens.
Frazier, good ball movement to break the press. Collison follows and finishes.
It's a fantastic job there by Collison to follow up that shot. Don't assume, even if it's Keaton Frazier, don't assume he's going to make it. Collison follows that shot, gets the rebound, and the putback now. We talk about getting back in the game with 3-pointers. Well, sometimes it's the old-fashioned way.
The foul on Aaron Wortman, his second. Collison now with 7. Blue Jays need some defensive stops. Cedar Catholic's offense has been humming for the most part this second half. Becker. The left side, Wortman. Becker picked up by Frazier. Skips to Wortman. Pocket picked. Pierce has it. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. 11-point game. Pierce hanging around. Do they have a comeback in them? Find out next. You're watching NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Bank of the Valley. Together.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hey, folks, stick around after the game. We will talk to our winning head coach. That interview brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Alongside Lou Siefker, I'm Eric McKay. Lou, I think we were just in the background of a selfie that somebody just took. So I hope they're okay with a lot of yellow in the background of their shot there.
If we're in it, you can blow that up and get rid of the mice or the vermin that scare the crows
Yeah, don't
away.
hang that up in the living room. That'll get taken down immediately. Now Pierce trying to claw back into this one. Quick trigger triple from Collison off the heel. Rebound to Lubischer. The effort's there.
Yeah, Lubischer's played hard.
Swings back to Collison. Frazier down low, draws a double team, finds the open man. Shada can't hit. Rebound to Cotto.
That was a really good pass that time by Frazier out of the post.
Reifenrath to Baller. Cotto off the up fake. Cedar Catholic, not much of a hurry. Milking the shot clock. Oh, it went back to Cotto. Great ball movement. Shot short, though. Frazier the rebound. Pierce got to go on the run now. Coming up on 3 to go. Entry pass, Collison. Good spin. Reverse lay-in. Great move there by Brock Collison.
I put about 6, 7, 8 inches on him. That's a really nice post footwork.
Collison 5 this quarter. He's got 9 for the game. Back to a 9-point game. Pierce will not go away. They get the steal. Great play by Lubisher, who's slow getting up. Frazier in the front court draws the foul on the floor. Now you stick around after the game. We'll take a look at our top plays. Those are brought to you in part by Currency, also brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference.
Cedar Catholic is kind of leaving the door open a little bit with the turnovers.
Frazier off the inbound. Shada curling. Fouled. I think the block was clean. It's the
body.
Other side of the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was not on Cotto. That was on Aaron Wortman, his third.
Now we'll see it again here. I like the curl cut there.
Yeah, Cotto's block was clean, but they got Wortman with a lot of body.
Yeah.
Shada can't get the front end.
Yeah, this is where you really got to step up and make shots. Down 9. Just not enough time left to have empty possessions. You got to score each time down.
Too strong on the second. Frazier, look at the effort. Pierce will try it again. Lubisher. Frazier almost has it stripped. Jumps over the defender. And draws the foul.
Impressive. Not quite Saquon Barkley.
Not quite, yeah.
I'm telling you, though, Frazier, and he strikes me as a gym rat, a guy that works on his game. I'm making my first prediction for next year. I think Keaton Frazier.
Watch this again.
Yeah, watch this. This is the effort play. This young man's going to be an all-stater next season. He'll be averaging a double-double next year.
Second free throw, no good, though. The rebound tracked down by Cotto. Frazier's been held to 9 points tonight. And while you'd like to see more balance if you're Pierce, Keaton Frazier being held to 9, generally not a recipe for success. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. 8-point game. Can Cedar Catholic finish it off? You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
More than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are. Hi, I'm Eric Hamus, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hardington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
Well, folks, this coming Tuesday, we will be live from Atkinson, Nebraska. Some special Tuesday night basketball as West Holt plays host to Plainview. But, folks, I feel like we're all from Atkinson right now. The passing of Jack Hoffman. Our thoughts and prayers with that family that has been through so much and has done so much for so many.
Yeah.
His funeral will be tomorrow in Atkinson, and then they will be playing with some heavy hearts, no doubt, this Tuesday on News Channel Nebraska.
The cool thing about that young man's life is how much better other people's lives are because he existed. And, it's a sad deal, but a lot of good has come from that young man being around.
Hold foul called away from the ball on Cedarburg. That's his third.
It's an 8-point game. Can Pierce find something here? Got to get a steal. And you certainly have to play lockdown defense. Can't allow Cedar Catholic to score any more points.
It's got to be frustrating if you're Cedar Catholic. You feel like you've put them away a couple of times.
Yeah.
The Blue Jays just will not go down.
That's one thing you can say about Pierce is they play hard. They continue to play no matter what the score is.
Cotto, skip pass to Baller. Shot clock down to 10, Becker with the ball. Cotto off the Becker screen, leaves it for Reifenrath. Shot clock to 2, that shot blocked, shot clock violation. Well, the good news for Pierce is you got the stop. The bad news is 35 seconds just melted off the clock.
Yeah, that's that time Becker went up, got the rebound, and came down. There wasn't enough time to go back up to shoot it.
Collison off the slip screen. Ball still loose. Baller out with it. Bad turnover for Pierce at a bad time.
Yeah.
And the foul called.
Yeah, that turnover's likely the dagger for Pierce. Only a minute 5 to go, down 8. It would take a Herculean effort now.
Yeah. And that was just their third team foul, so they've still got 2 more to give.
Yeah, just got to come out and be aggressive now and not worry about fouls.
Collison poked it away. Inside of a minute to go. Cedar Catholic trying to win their 7th in their last 8. Lubisher called for the foul. Pierce, loss here would be 5 of 7, but we've seen them. They've played hard. The effort's there. The schedule doesn't get any easier. They got Norfolk Catholic on Tuesday. And they're in a tough conference.
Yeah.
But again, the kind of effort we've seen tonight, that can pay off long term.
And I think this team has enough where they could spring some upsets before this thing's over. I mean, you might see a score where you go, wow, I didn't see that coming, and Pierce knocks somebody off. I think it's still a bit of a work in progress on the offensive end. They play hard. They're a physical team. They've got some star power, and I think Frazier, as I've mentioned, I think he's a special player. I think Collison's a good player, but and they had other players step up tonight. Just not enough, though, offensively. And I think you credit Cedar Catholic. They've done a really good job defensively. And Becker shoots a free throw and comes off limping.
Yeah, he was wincing a bit after that first free throw. And now limping off the court, 13 points for him. Almost a double-double, but if you're a Cedar Catholic fan, a bit more concerned. I hope that's just a twisted ankle. Apparently, ankle injuries have been bothering him all year. And now they foul on Collison after the turnover. So Cedar Catholic, C2's crowded up top. It's top heavy. But never count the Trojans out. We've learned that over the years.
Yeah, for sure. Becker was going to come back in. Coach Hazelhorst said, no, he's going to sit back down.
Yeah, you've done plenty.
Yeah.
Well, now Becker tried it again.
Can't blame a young man for trying, right? Yeah, there he goes.
Now he is going to go in.
Gonna wait.
Oh, but the free throw's missed, so he doesn't get to come in anyway. Right side, Pierce kicking out, look out. That hit a cheerleader. She was open. Hudson was over there. He almost took one. He's done a nice job tonight. Our thanks again to Chad Cotto for helping us out. It's cold and flu season left us a little short-handed.
Hudson's got to start looking for a shot more. That's my only complaint.
I agree. I think this time of game you need Hudson, our camera crew, to be a bit more selfish. 26 seconds to go in this one. Looks like Cedar Catholic will be improving to 9-4 on the year. Pierce will drop to 4-8. Cedar Catholic got another tough one. St. Mary's on Tuesday. Like you mentioned, Lou, the schedule gets no easier for them.
Yeah.
So a win tonight is one that they will absolutely take.
It's a solid win. It is. Pierce, the record doesn't show it. I think this is a good basketball team. And they've battled everybody they've played. So it's a solid win for Cedar Catholic.
That'll do it. Your final. Cedar Catholic 49, Pierce 38. Post-game show coming up. This is NCN.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
Hi, I'm Eric Hamus, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
Are your Medicare supplements too high? Does your employer not offer health insurance? Who can I trust locally in a live office and not an 800 number? Come see Insurance 365 healthcare experts Angela Credeville and Sarah Kuhn. Angela specializes for you with personal consulting for people over 65 and their Medicare plans. Sarah is the expert on individual plans for those of you under 65. Angela and Sarah, the healthcare experts you want to do business with.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Pierce Dental Office, proudly supporting Pierce High School and their student athletes one smile at a time. And Tom's Service in Pierce. Get fueled up for the Blue Jays at Tom's on Main Street.
When you're looking for reliability, innovation, and performance, look no further than Woodhouse Ford. From the powerful F-150 to the versatile Escape and the spacious Expedition, Ford offers a lineup designed to meet your needs and exceed your expectations. Take advantage of exciting offers going on now. Browse our inventory online or in-store at one of our 3 convenient locations in Blair, Omaha, and Plattsmouth.
When the game wraps up or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Pain can affect every aspect of your life. Chronic back, neck, nerve, and other pain can make work feel impossible, stop you from doing the activities you enjoy, and can even lead to stress and trouble sleeping. If you are dealing with pain for an extended amount of time and are struggling to do normal, day-to-day tasks, turn to Dr. Balkaya or Dr. Prince at Faith Regional Physician Services to help you find relief. When you're experiencing chronic pain, finding the source of the pain is our first step. Our specialists use a wide range of diagnostic tests to determine how to control or manage your pain. You can expect us to discuss your goals, preferences, and lifestyle to create a treatment plan that uses innovative and safe techniques. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free life. Take the next step. Visit frpsclinics.org to meet our pain management specialists.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting Teammates Mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
Well, here in Hardington, Nebraska, it's been a great night for the Trojans. The Lady Trojans get a big win in the first game, and the guys here, 49-38 over the Pierce Blue Jays. I'm joined now by Nick Hazelhorst, head coach of the Trojans. And, Coach, it was one of those games that, I mean, it seemed like it started a little bit slow, but you guys did some good things in that first half. One of the things you did well was crash the boards, a lot of offensive rebounds. What'd you like about the effort on the boards?
Yeah, that's what sprung us to get some points there in the first quarter. We talked about it again at halftime. You know, points are going to be hard to come by. We got to grind out possessions. It's Pierce, you know. They're well-schooled defensively. So you know that shots are hard to come by, and so extra effort plays, you know, usually can turn the tide into your favor.
I thought at halftime it was a 5-point game. The second half, that third quarter, your team came out and played very well, much more efficient offensively, extended that lead to 14. Yeah. What was the difference offensively for your team?
I just thought we were able to stack consecutive stop and scores. You know, we made a run. We knew if we could get this to double digits, you know, that's kind of like a 3-possession lead in football, you know what I mean? So you get to double digits against this team. We knew we could grind on defense, and so we just want to make a run, make them earn everything they got, keep getting rebounds, you know, and the results are what they are.
Defensively, you guys did a great job on their scorers, Collison and Frazier. Frazier, I think, ended with 9 points. He's such a good player. How were you able to hold him down and keep him under a double-digit scoring night?
Just want to make us catch us tough. You know, when he did have front side position, we want to dig down, you know, make him earn it, contest, try to get touches on the ball, you know, see if he can fumble some away, whatnot, and kick out and then run him off the line.
Yeah, a lot of balance tonight. Nolan led the way with 13 points, but a lot of guys right around double figures. What do you like about that? You certainly have a lot of players that are capable of having big nights.
Yeah, well, it makes it tough to defend. You know, when multiple guys can score the ball, it's tough for the defense. You know, they can't help in the paint so much. You know, they got to come out, close on shooters and whatnot. So we want, you know, 7-8 guys to score every night. It makes our life easier.
What do you like about how your team is playing right now?
Well, we took a shot on the chin earlier this week. We responded. You know, we know what our ceiling can be. I think we found the floor a time or two this season too. So we're resilient. I love that. You know, we just got to find consistency, and the results will speak for themselves.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a big win. Thanks so much for joining us.
You bet. Thank you.
That's head coach Nick Hazelhorst. We get Nolan. Nolan's over there schooling some young players here. We'll get Nolan to come on over. Nick's always, not Nick, but Nolan's always working with the young kids over there. Are you teaching kids some moves? Is that what you're doing over there?
Yeah, sure, yeah, I guess.
So 13 points tonight to go with 9 rebounds. Now, you average about 18, so you're a little under your scoring average, but able to affect the game in other ways. How important is it for you to just be more than just a scorer, I guess?
Yeah, like Coach says, like when I get into the paint, it's probably all the attention towards me is what the coaches my opponents are saying. So I'm just, if they collapse on me, I'm just going to kick it out. And all of our guys can shoot, so hats off to them. And it's not just me, it's my team first. So yeah, for sure.
Well, you mentioned that a lot of your teammates can shoot the basketball. That takes some pressure off of you. You don't have to score 20 points every night. How much of a comfort is that knowing that even if you have an off shooting night, other guys can step up?
Yeah, for sure. Braden, Reifenrath, Jameson Cotto, the 2 seniors that start with me, and then Jacob Steffen, who got hurt. Hats off to all those guys, and Keaton Arns, who works his butt off in practice. All those guys, we wouldn't be here without my fellow seniors, and yeah, for sure.
Now, 9 rebounds. You almost had a double-double tonight. That's something that you focused on more this year, is rebounding the basketball?
Yeah, when the shot goes up, my job is to go get the offensive rebounds and try to put it back and try to get to the foul line and, yeah, get points that way too, pretty easy.
Well, tough schedule awaits you guys. How important was it to beat a good Pierce team, but a team with maybe not a winning record? You've got a lot of tough opponents ahead.
Yeah, we're just taking one game at a time. Like Coach said, we'll get back in the film room and practice on Monday and prepare for O'Neill St. Mary's.
Cedar Catholic seemed like you guys are always at state. What's it going to take for you guys to get back again this year?
Just take it one game at a time. Our defense, it's got to be really important this year, especially for Cedar Catholic. And then our offense will just come as our defense, and yeah, for sure.
Well, Nolan, 13 points, 9 rebounds, a heck of a ball game. Congratulations on that, being our player of the game.
Thank you. Thanks for covering us tonight.
Absolutely. That's Nolan Becker, our player of the game. Eric, back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou. And thank you, Nolan. Nice job. Our post-game interview with Coach Hazelhorst, brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. Let's talk top plays, brought to you in part by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Well, Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. Mid-state basketball action on a Friday. Doesn't get much better than that. Cedar Catholic, they've won 6 of 7. Hosting a Pierce team's had a tough schedule on the south side of 500, trying to change that on the road. Defense turning into offense. It's Brock Collison going coast to coast with some window dressing, tying the game early on. Cedar Catholic, they got shooters, but they were really good on the offensive glass. Drawing damage there, that's Aaron Wortman. But Pierce answering, pulling up from deep. Collison foot on the line there, that's a 2. But Pierce ties the game, but great ball movement. Braden Reifenrath knows what to do with it there. Inside, putting the hammer down. Cedar Catholic extending their lead. They would go up 7 after this triple falls for Nolan Becker. Can't leave him open. Cedar Catholic up after 1. But Pierce starting to come back. They would take the lead in the second quarter. Great ball movement up ahead. But the defensive shutdown by Jamison Cotto with a block of Kendall Shada. Then at the other end, Cotto strong, up and good, and the foul. Cotto only 3 points in the first half, but he got it done in other ways. A good ball movement here. That's Mason Ballin. 2 of 4 from 3 in the second quarter. Cedar Catholic up 9, but Pierce hanging around. Good ball movement up ahead. Ryder Tyson gets it to go. Only a 5-point game at the break, but third quarter, Cedar Catholic turns it on. Good ball movement there. That's Baller off the feed from Cotto. Cedar Catholic would go up by as much as 14 a couple of times tonight. Keaton Frazier for Pierce. Cedar Catholic did a nice job on him tonight, held him to 9 points, although he had a good bucket there. Here he's a distributor to Peyton Cedarberg on the backdoor cut. Pierce hanging around, but just too much from Cedar Catholic late. Becker in transition. He was our player of the game. 13 points, 9 rebounds for the all-state caliber performer. Then defense at the other end. Nice job to stick with it by Collison on the putback. Pierce, 3 minutes to go. Making it a single-digit deficit game here as Collison finished with 9 points and 6 rebounds. But Cedar Catholic would have too much in the end. The final 49-38. The Trojans get the win. And those top plays brought to you in part by Elkhorn Valley Bank. For all of your banking needs, Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust. There is a difference. That'll wrap things up here. Again, the final score, 49-38. Don't forget Mudecus Boys Championship tomorrow on News Channel Nebraska. Our coverage starts at 5:35 Central Time. Until then, for my broadcast partner Lou Siefker, Connor Luby in the truck, our friends from Hardington who helped us out tonight, Hudson Denninger and Joe Bowen. I'm Eric McKay. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.